Sleaze me, Fram.
I don't know if you've been following this story, but we may never find out exactly what Travis Kelce said to Andy Reid during that infamous blow-up at the Super Bowl. Have you been following this?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
A lot of people plugged into the media think that the Chiefs had the audio being used on Inside the NFL. Two people think it's been blocked.
Probably, because it doesn't matter. They won. They won the game. Doesn't matter.
Well, a rep for Inside the NFL declined to comment, and reps for the Chiefs and NFL media did not respond. We're living in an age where everyone wants to know everything. People are doing lip reading now.
It's because it's Travis Kelce. That's the only reason they want to know, because he's hot right now.
Let me tell you who's got some big cojones. You know Jack Sweeney? Taylor's attorneys sent a cease and desist letter. He is the kid that apparently has been tracking her private plane.
Yeah, it's just not cool.
He went on Twitter on Monday. He took to X, Twitter, and posted a 2-page letter he sent to her, claiming he did absolutely nothing wrong by showing her flight path to the world. In the caption next to the January 25th missive, Sweeney quotes lyrics from her 2017 song Reputation, saying, "Look what you made me do." Yeah, her attorney is after this kid. Do you love that he just went on X and posted a 2-page letter?
But is she going to get anywhere? She's trying to make a point, but she's got more money than God, so she can play with the legal system. But what's going to happen to the guy?
He also has been tracking Elon Musk's private jets, so Elon has not said anything. Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
I know, whatever. Oh, a new cheating allegation about Justin Timberlake, but this goes way back to when he dated Cameron Diaz. Remember that? They dated from 2003 to 2007, his first lasting relationship after breaking up with Britney. Former Playboy bunny Zoe Gregory released a memoir last month called From Britain to Bunny, A Playmate's Journey Living the American Dream. I know you're going to go right out and buy that. It really never got coverage like Britney's memoir, but she claims JT cheated on Cameron with her. I think it was in the mid-2000s. He went to a party at the Playboy Mansion. She started talking to him. He basically told her who he was dating, but she said it didn't matter. They kind of made out and groped. She did say they didn't have sex, but they did a little fondling and we made out. Is it necessary for her to put that in her memoir?
Why is he such a target?
Oh, he's a target.
All of a sudden, everyone's coming for him. Why? Is he a bad guy?
After Britney's memoir, which doesn't have nice things to say about him, and also, if you remember the whole Super Bowl halftime show with Janet Jackson.
Man, I guess so. But man, people are coming in hot for him.
They're not letting go. Sam Mendes has teamed up with Sony Pictures Entertainment for the Beatles, 4 theatrical films about the Beatles, but each from the perspective of a different band member. So they're going to actually do one on Paul, Ringo, George, and John. It's going to be really interesting. You know, Apple TV is all over this, but the story I love is, did you hear about Paul McCartney finally getting his Hofner bass after all these years? It was tracked down.
Who had it?
This is crazy. It was used in the creation and recording of all these Beatles classics. It was stolen from the back of a van in Notting Hill in 1972. He finally got it back thanks to a grassroots campaign. This was literally a campaign called the Lost Bass Project. They tracked the original thief who led them to the person he sold it to. From there, they traced it over 50 plus years, finally located in someone's attic in the south coast of England. Homeowner didn't even know the history of the bass. Within days, it was returned to Sir Paul.
He probably just stole the bass. He probably didn't think, 50 years in the future, it'd be worth
50 years.
$1 bazillion.
That's insane. One of the movies that's up for a huge Oscar, along with its actor Paul Giamatti, he was on with Jimmy Kimmel talking about his prosthetic eye in the movie. And of course, you know it if you've seen the movie. A friend of his, since he was 5 years old, thought it was his real eye in the movie. Check this out.
No, it's not. You'd be surprised how many people think that's actually my eye, which I'm astounded. A guy that I've known since I was 5 years old saw the movie. He said for the first 20 minutes, he kept thinking, oh my God, has that poor guy's eye been like that all these years? I've known you literally 50 years. And it's which means the thing was working, which is good.
I will say that some of this information may be sensitive. If you've been following Ruby Frank, that is the Utah mother of 6 who gave parenting advice to millions once upon a time at this YouTube channel. Shared a tearful apology to her children for physically and emotionally abusing them before a judge delivered a sentence that could put her away, Barnes, for many, many, many years. She claims she was manipulated by her fellow YouTuber and business partner. No excuse for the remorse, but she could end up with 30 plus more years. Have you followed this story at all?
Not 1 second. Literally, it was like you were speaking Japanese to me or French. I don't know what you're speaking of.
Well, she kept her kids at a sort of, quote, concentration camp-like setting. Very sad. Stopping short of apologizing, she said she loves her children. I don't believe the judge is having any of it, but at one point, she coerced her young daughter, who was 9 at the time, to jump into a cactus multiple times and run barefoot on dirt roads until her feet were blistered and obviously bleeding, kicking her son while wearing boots. I mean, the list goes on and on what she did to the children, and now being sentenced to possibly, hopefully, life in prison.
So this is kind of like Gypsy Rose-ish, but way worse. Or equal.
It is. And I sort of got into the story last week because I was following the trial, and it's just awful.
Have they already made a show about it? I'm sure that's coming.
Yeah, it's going to be next. Some docuseries. NBC's SNL returning with 3 back-to-back stops, or shows, starting with host Shane Gillis and 21 Savage this weekend. Next, you've got Sydney Sweeney with Casey Musgraves. That's going to be back. That's Casey's 3rd appearance on the show. And then the following week, March 9th, Josh Brolin with Ariana Grande.
Oh, damn.
You still into SNL?
Every now and then. Josh Brolin lives in my neighborhood.
You had mentioned that. Do you ever see him walking around?
Not once. I'm hoping I'm going to bump into him in one of the restaurants along, like Roswell Road, but nope, never seen him. At least I didn't realize that he, was there.
It's really crazy. This is a story I've never heard before, and it just very bizarre. Have you ever been attracted to someone because of their astrological sign? Maybe not intentionally. Apparently, Jay Leno has a habit of falling in love with women who were born on September 5th, including his wife Mavis. In this interview that's resurfaced from 2016, Jay says, quote, "I've lived with 5 women. Every one of them was born on the same day. How does that happen?"
Yeah, but he's been married to her for 50 years or something.
I know. He says, "I can look at a woman and go, September 5th. I don't know why that is. I don't look for a woman born on September 5th. I just wind up attracted to them." I guess when he first met his wife, he asked her if she was, quote, born on or around September 5th. She told him she was indeed a 9/5 baby. Okay. And I guess he laughed. And then apparently he dated that woman who did the comic strip, Kathy Geiswit. Yeah, he found out he was attracted to her. Yeah, September 5th. Don't you think that's one of the most bizarre things you've ever heard?
That is pretty strange.
It's unbelievable. DC superhero blockbuster Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom will debut on Max Tuesday, February the 27th, if you're looking for something to watch in just a few days. Fubo. Are you familiar with Fubo?
Yeah.
Have sued to stop Fox, Disney, and Warner Brothers Discovery from launching a planned sports streaming channel in the fall. They've already offered a sports-first streaming package, filed suit in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York, claiming that the 3 companies would not allow them to carry a small bundle of sports channels that they plan to include in their new service. Man, the big guy coming after the little guy.
You work in that industry. Where do you think we're going to end up? How everyone had their streamers. Now they're all collapsing on each other. Like all these shifts and changes. How many will we end up with?
It's unbelievable because of all the people merging and the partnerships and the mergers. And maybe we'll end up with the big 3. Who knows?
Is the merger happening because the one's failing, or they just are there? Why?
Power in numbers.
Oh, got it.
Kelly Rowland, let's bring this story up again, catching some heat for bailing last week. Remember the guest hosting duties for the Today Show? Left because she didn't like her dressing room? That's the story that's been out there. Well, some have called Rowland a diva. Hoda, who actually hosts Today, says there's no hard feelings.
I just want to say this. I have great love and admiration for Kelly Rowland. I adore her. And I want her to come back on our show, and I want her to host again. Of course she is. Of course she is. She can share my dressing room. We'll be in it together.
Hoda is the most positive person on television, probably.
I love her.
Like the fact that she can take that diva action, which it was. Come on. J-Lo was in the big dressing room, so she stormed out and had a hissy fit.
I'm sort of wondering why we haven't heard from Kelly.
Because she's wrong. I mean, that's what I think.
I know. Where is the statement?
She has none. She can't say anything other than she was pissed.
I don't know. I'm shocked that there's been
weak.
No statement.
So weak.
How do you like this story? You know the story about the kid who was tracking Taylor Swift's private jet?
Yeah.
He says he's done nothing wrong.
Has he done anything wrong?
He says no, he hasn't done anything wrong. And he has multiple social media accounts tracking aircrafts belonging to celebrities, billionaires, and politicians. He went on X, the little 2-page message, saying, I've done nothing wrong. You got to hand it to the kid.
But if you have the tail numbers, can't you track it on FlightAware? Just anything out there.
I think so, because, apparently he's also tracking Elon Musk's planes and private jets. I'm wondering when Elon Musk is going to say something.
I mean, unless it's government, if you see the plane and you know the plane is hers and you have the digits, just put it in FlightAware, and I think you can know where, when it's landing.
You going to try that, Barnes? Are you going to try that?
I don't need to know where she is. I'll call my daughter for that. I don't go to FlightAware. I just check with either of my daughters.
Guess who may have found love again, but taking it slow?
Who?
Giselle.
Already?
Apparently started dating Joaquin Valente. That is the guy she went on vacation with, her jiu-jitsu instructor. Remember they went on the little family outing together? Apparently they're taking it very slow. He was a huge comfort for her when she was going through her divorce with Tom Brady.
They all say they're just taking these trips as friends. And then, you just wait. 60 days later, it's like, oh, yeah, now they're dating. Well, duh. Of course they're dating.
On the flip side of that, it's finally over for Kevin Costner and Christine Baumgartner, according to legal documents obtained by TMZ. Of course, they signed their marital settlement agreement, which they filed with the court. It's over. I want to know if he's still dating Jewel.
I haven't heard anything about that at all.
Yeah, I've been following her on Instagram. Haven't seen any photos together.
He probably said, cool your jets, after that last thing where they were on that island and all the video and all that footage started coming out. He's probably like, hey, hang tight. I'm in the middle of a divorce, babe.
Couples stories. Kanye West likes his wife Bianca to be virtually naked when he takes her out in public.
Naked. You said naked.
Naked. Kim Kardashian doesn't want her children around it.
No.
A source says that Kim has instructed Kanye to never let Bianca dress like that around their kids. She's truly surprised that Kanye would let his wife leave the house like that. Well, Kim is not exactly a prude the way she dresses. What?
Yeah,
what?
but does she really dress, slutty?
Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing her, especially since being a mom. Now, look, I know she got her start with the sex tape, but she's evolved.
I love how much you always take her defense.
No, she's evolved. I think that she's, smart, and now she's a mom, and she's not playing like that.
Okay.
What, are you saying the opposite?
Yeah, come on. Follow her on Instagram.
Okay.
How about John Hamm is everywhere? Literally everywhere. From The Morning Show, then Fargo, to Landman. Yeah, he has been cast to join that new Taylor Sheridan show, Landman, with Paramount Plus, set in the proverbial boomtown of West Texas, a modern-day tale of fortune-seeking in the world of oil rigs. It's going to be an 11-part podcast. There is an 11-part podcast called Boomtown.
Dude, they are rolling with that cast. Billy Bob Thornton, the lead. You got Demi Moore playing his wife. Now you got John Hamm. Who else?
Where's Steve Barnes?
Working on it. That thing is going to start, I think, shooting in March. So I guess it's a fall. I think we're going to fall into a weird lull here with TV because we're still dripping on, post-strike rushes. But in the summer, they've got to decide, are they going to roll out new stuff or just push it to the fall and keep the same reality crap, or what I say, candy, coming to Papa.
This one looks like another huge hit for Taylor Sheridan,
Yeah.
Landman. That's your celebrity sleaze.